Welcome to another live at Great Brick Lab. I'm Chris from Great Brick Lab. I'm here by myself, just working an average day. I won't be on for very long. I have some notes from a team member that asked a couple of questions. If you have questions, put them in the chat and I'll answer whatever questions you can come up with. And I need some air conditioning. Getting a little warm in here. We've been doing Legos for almost 8 years on Bricklink. Been quite the journey. I've been manager of this company and owner of this company for all of that time frame. Oh, poor little part didn't survive. Throw that one away. Morning. I am feeling better today, Daddy-O's. Thanks for asking. Much better today. In the shop working. Oh, we had 3 complaints that my new training and manager in training replied to. I didn't know we had complaints. I wonder what they were complaining about. Let's go look. Wonder if I can share my screen and look at the negatives. Let me get that going and then I'll bring it up on screen. We'll see what they said. I'm thinking that they must have been on Bricklink. How do you find feedback in Bricklink? I am feeling better, but I guess I still have a small cough. All right. Feedback forum in Bricklink. I don't know my user ID. Found. Okay. Well, in the last week, we've had 2 negatives. Let me put this on screen. Share screen. Okay. So in the last week, there's been 2 negatives. That's probably the same here. And then 1 in the full year. How do I only see negatives? Complaint. Minifig had severe damage that was unlisted. Plus unnerving AI art. Somebody doesn't like our new business card. I wonder why they would complain about that. Paid for 2 to 3 day shipping. Order arrived 9 days later. Yeah, that's legitimate. Looks like that person got a refund as well. And this person here and whatever. And then there was one more in the last year or so. Well, I'm not going to let a few negatives bring me down, so it happens. Under the pie chart, there are tabs that you can see each of your feedback. Okay, so let's do that. So let's share my screen. Okay, so this is Great Brick Lab. Let me go to here, pie chart, complaints. Minifig had severe damage, paid for 2 to 3 day shipping. Hate to be negative, but I received the wrong order and not much help fixing it. Oh no. Sorry about that. I did not know about this. We always take care of all of our customers. Um, if any one of these customers would have asked for either a full refund or any kind of accommodation, except for the AI art, I'm not about to go start changing all of my AR art. That doesn't seem to make a whole lot of sense. Oh, I guess I wasn't actually sharing anything. So it looks like, yeah. So I can't discount what they've said, but I would take care of them before it had to come to a complaint. But we're still at 98.91 positives. So we'll just chalk it up to sometimes you just get a negative. There's nothing you can do about it. So, and that's what it is. Hmm. Oh, looks like we were missing a space fig for an order yesterday. I'm gonna pull that order up. I'm not gonna be able to put that on screen though. Well, you'll probably see it through this one here, the POV view. Uh, let's do this. All right. So I'm gonna look up an order here. See if I can figure out. It looks like removed item from order. Why are we removing items from orders? Couldn't recall how to refund, so I didn't update the spreadsheet. Customer has already been messaged. Okay, so if we look at this order, I don't see a message to the customer. And SP046 is what was not findable. How did we message this customer? Let's go look at mail and see if there's anything related to this order. Okay, so looks like yes. Okay, so they messaged him through Bricker. He managed to get a message sent through Bricker. Okay, so thanks for letting me know. The customer's actually already replied, but they didn't get a refund. And they removed it from the order. Why? So I don't know if I like with Bricker, Daddy-O, we had a conversation. You can remove items from an order in Bricker, but I don't know what the purpose would be, because then I guess I can still see what was in the order from Bricklink, but why remove it from Bricker? It's not if the customer wanted to remove an item, I suppose maybe then, but removing an item from an order doesn't. I'm wondering why do that? I have to talk to the team about the logic behind why would you do that? But they do need a refund. I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so the fig was $8. And we're going to refund the shipping fee as well. Okay. SP046. Then so that's $8 plus 6 is 14. All right. Getting them a refund, and then I got to go record it to the tracking log. So I keep a log of everything that we do in a spreadsheet, and that $14 is going to go under returns and allowances for Bricklink, because when you file your taxes, returns and allowances comes off of your bottom line. All right, let me mark that as done. Okay, so the message of the customer was fine. He had the credit amount that he said that we should give. Let me show you the message here. Go back to custom layout 1. Okay, so there's the message, and I've done that. What else we got here? Number 2, red arms, lot number. Have not messaged the client yet. He would appreciate a replacement. Oh, okay, so this is an order for somebody who got bad arms or something. So let's look up mail for this. 285. Is it a 90443? Hey, sorry, but the red arms are both cracked. Do you have any others? Yes. Okay, so we need to go to this customer's. Go to ship station and make a new shipping label. Let's do that. And search from the order number. It's just a limit to the things that I can show on screen. I don't want customer addresses popping up on screen. So we're going to shipments, and I search for the order ID. There's the order. And then do reship. You guys can definitely see me pack the arms. So we're going to do USPS first class and a letter, because I can stuff those in an envelope, and then we're going to create a print label. All right. There's the label. All right, we got a label coming out. All right. And Daddy-o. I've never done item removals directly on Bricklink, but I thought it was more so if the invoice wasn't paid. Yeah, I agree. I don't think removing an item from a customer order is the right way to do it. And I've also never removed an item from an order. I don't want to do that. Do messages sent through Bricker show on the bottom? No. Messages sent through Bricker do not show in Bricklink order details. So it can get a little confusing. If you send them from Bricker, if the customer replies to that message, it'll come into Bricker, but it won't go into Bricklink. If you reply to them through Bricklink, it will show up in Bricker and in, but yeah, it can get a little confusing. I think maybe you just need to establish your practice of which one you're going to do. Okay, so this customer needs some red arms. Let's go find some red arms. Unfortunately, mail did not come yesterday, so we have all of this mail that needs to go out. This one is going overseas. There's a UPS, and there's all that USPS for 2 days. I don't know if they're having access to the building. I think that we're getting a new mail carrier for the regular route. and I don't know what's going on. So when they open at 9 o'clock, I'm going to be dropping it off myself. All right, so some red arms. So since he's not happy with his arms, we'll just go ahead and ship him some extras. I'll ship him 2 sets of red arms. Very low expense for us. Hopefully it creates a lot of great customer satisfaction from them. I guess I'd rather have a negative feedback than a NSS. So those are theirs. I'm going to take care of this last bit of this oatmeal. All right. Some of the same for mail not coming. I had to run to the post office at 5:30. My normal person and their fill-ins are normally great. Everyone must have taken an extra day. I feel like that might be what happened here. Oh, was there no mail? There was no mail on Thursday. Yeah, that was Juneteenth, wasn't it? So really, there's only been no mail for one day. Yesterday, Juneteenth, there was government offices were closed, weren't they? Yeah, I took my daughter to a movie and had lunch with her as a way of getting a date with her. So, all right, where's my label? That's right. So I guess I'm only disappointed that they didn't come yesterday. Okay, so what we do when we do these little arms like this is, well, let me bag them. These are going into a standard envelope with a standard shipping label. But what we look for, oh, here's something perfect up here. This is little padding stuff. All right, so I guess if anybody asks, is that's where they're at. So we put them in here, kind of overdo it. Okay. Do you think my AR art is unnerving? This is the AI art. Unnerving. Oh, maybe the little brick guy. Is it creeping people out? Everybody, if you're making orders with us and this is creeping you out, I guess I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. So we made a tool. Here? Yeah, here it is. So here's the tool. You can make this out of Lego. Did I drop it back? This is our standard mail delivery tool. So here's the package. And this goes in here along with the business card. kind of press it down. It can be pressed down more. I think I got air in there or something. Yeah, there we go. Like an infant. Okay. Did not do a very good job of packing on this. Definitely not my best work. However, as long as it fits through here, it's legal standard mail. And we made that, and then you can build it yourself. I don't know how to build it. I just kind of customized the build with the thought in mind of all the measurements that you got to have. Oh my gosh. This is like the worst mailing ever. The guy's going to be like, how did they even do anything at all? I really did a terrible job on that. Really bad. This has been solved. uh, okay. So these are all done. Done. That was just information. I don't know if he wants to keep it. Moving on. Do I have anything else left I need to do today? Yes, I need to add some files. Okay, so the next step, or one of the things I'm going to do now, is I'm going to log into uh, let's go to Bricker. Let's close these out. Okay, so here's Bricker. And in Bricker, we're going to go to inventory and we're going to create a new batch, a used batch. Lego Chris. No, do I have one? Yeah, I've got one there. We'll start with mine. I got to have prices on these items. I don't think I priced that file. So open up the file, add prices. Okay, Control G. 350%. Look for the comments. As a few comments. Oh, one of them didn't get priced. Side is cracked, and so it's like, I don't know, like 0.2. Here's one with a Star Wars fig with the side is cracked, 0.2. Minecraft, 0.05. Legs, 0.1. Something. I kind of don't. Why is this one? Playware dented on a medium blue. Okay, so this is going to be 0.2. Playware dented on a Star Wars, 0.2. City fig, 0.02. Chin strap broken and separated. Ooh. All right, we're going to do 0.5. Oh, wow, these legs are expensive, but they're completely battle damaged. So we're going to do 0.5. And then there's, all right, so this is priced. The only bad thing about those comments on items like that, if a customer uses a want list, I think this is what the general consensus is. If they're using a want list, they don't see those comments and they're getting poor quality parts that we've noted, but they aren't, they're not knowing about it beforehand because they're not able to see those comments. Okay, so this is Chris's file. I'm going to add it to list it as available inventory. 377 new items are imported. Upload to stock. 544 total items at $978.75. That is now available. So I'm going to now walk the parts to their home and put them in their location. Looks like it's cabinet D17, which is right here. Oh, this is D14 to F. 14.7C. 17.1H. I think I need to take a new cabinet home. 17.1G. E. F. E. Hopefully this should be 3E. Yep, perfect. This comes home with me, along with this drop-off sheet. So I'll show you our drop-off sheets. So here's a drop-off. I don't know if I've ever shown this to you. Everything that I've ever shown. This is a drop-off. Somebody has sorted these parts at home for us. This person is still not separating squares and rounds on the 1x1s. And that is not a Lego right there. But they do separate the pins. So they go farther on the technique, but not as far on that one. That's a troll category. And often their troll does have Lego in it. So, yeah, this is here's a minifig bits. We do pre-scan most of the stuff that goes home. So this was pre-scanned. So, and then this is the sheet that they come and they drop off, they fill out this sheet, and then I can use this as a contractor pay log item, and then it gets logged and filed. Okay, so Chris was added. Jazzy Viking Bricks, good morning. Thanks for joining. Okay, so I added Chris. That's done. So this file here goes into processed. Now, while I'm in processed, if we go back one folder, we have a folder here called not processed, and we've got a Lori, Holly, and a Steve file, all from yesterday. The Lori file is kind of tiny. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to price all these files. To start with. All right, so we're going to, oops, I got to Control G. And then what I do with the employees is or their files is the same thing I do with mine. I make sure that there's or I verify there's no comment. If there is a comment, then appropriately address. Also make sure that all the remarks fields, see there's 2 empty remarks. So there's 7 of this and 1 of that. Those are lost. Those are just, there's no way any amount of effort can be done to locate these 2 items. So just delete them, find them sometime later than now as lost inventory. So if I was to add them as they are, the remarks would be empty. I think Bricker might ignore them. I don't remember if it does or not. All right, so save on that. That one's ready. All right, so that's priced. Any empty? Oh, this is actually one sheet. That's it. Oh, this is a new file. Okay, that's why it's so small. She's been working on inventory for new, and this is all the stuff that was lost in new. So when I go into Bricker, I got to make sure I note that as a new file. And then another one of our employees is now switched over to adding inventory. We're trying to eliminate our back warehouse. So Control Alt, Control G for prices. And then see if there's any comments. Some discoloration on all 25 of those. Is that really true? Okay, so we're going to go to E44W5D. Okay, I don't know. So, yeah, we're not thinking about this the right way. We have 25 of them in here. Some of them are discolored, and I guess we're leaving it up to the customers to guess if they're going to get the discolored one or not. So, not everybody on the team has been trained enough to think like a customer. They're just thinking like a person who's trying to fill drawers. So we're getting rid of everything except for the light bluish gray ones where the comment is. Because if I was thinking like a customer, I don't want to randomly, like, it's good information for me to know that some of these are discolored. But as a customer thinking about buying these, I need to know, am I getting a discolored one or am I not getting a discolored one? So that's what they want to know. So these are the good ones. Don't actually, I don't see a problem here. Oh, I see a problem here. There's an orange part in a cup that should have gone out with an order, I think. I wonder if this was supposed to go with an order and it got left in the drawer. Yeah, I'm just going to remove that comment. I do not see a problem here. Okay. Okay. Do we have any remarks that are empty? No, we're good there. All right. So that one's good. So we got our three files. Now, I don't want to lose track of what I just found. I want to see if this has been this orange classic, or not classic space helmet, but orange motorcycle helmet is part of an order. How do I find that? Bricklink, I can do it. If I go to, Bricklink, helmet. That's the Technic helmet. I guess I can just do recognize over here. Let's do recognize. Don't try and make any effort to memorize part numbers anymore. Okay, so there's the helmet. Go to Bricklink. Go to inventory. No, not inventory. Price guide, orange. Oops. Why are you so slow all of a sudden? Orange. Okay, so here. Wow, $13 for this helmet. Yeah, that customer is going to be. Oh my gosh, it's when I just packed. That customer is going to be looking for that order, this part in their order. Yeah, a $13 helmet not in their order. Oh my gosh, what's going on with my staff? I think it's this guy here. Not this one. This one. Now I have to decide what to do. If I wouldn't have found this, and that customer would have been like, "Hey, where's my part?" And we would have found that and done something with it. Running a business with employees is not for the faint of heart. On top of the fact that this guy also was missing a minifig and we refunded him for, so barely got that one right on a $13 helmet. What do you do? What do I do? Probably just let it go. I mean, I found it. It's good. I found the problem. I feel like putting something else in here. We should put something else inside this order. What do we got? Oh, I had a minifig thing over here. What is there anything space in there? Randomly put something in there. That's not Lego. What? Not Lego. Ooh. Well, not too excited about anything in here. Maybe that. Oh, good. Look at that. Perfect. And give him a little extra thing there. Okay. So I haven't taped it up yet. I was about ready to tape it up, and then was like, I should throw something in there. Where is... Okay. Yeah. Avoided a really big potential customer service uh, situation. It was when I first started, that was this gigantic order I got, such a big order. It was like multiple pounds. It was like the biggest order I'd ever seen in the early days of my store when I was still running it by myself down in the basement. I was so excited for this big order, and then I shipped out the order, and the next day I go down in the basement, gonna go pick orders again, and I'm like, what are these parts just sitting on this desk right here? And as it turns out, the order was so big that I had made two separate packing areas and then completely forgot about one of them. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to make another shipping label and send this customer the rest of his parts. And I had to message him, was like, yeah, listen, your order's so big, it took two shipments. Made it seem like it was all part of the plan. But I kind of don't know what the end game on that one was. But the customer did get all of his parts, I'm sure. Oh my gosh. All right, now back to task. I know who did that order too. Temporary summer help. I don't think I'm going to do anything about it. I mean, even if I like just make sure all the parts go in the orders, that's always the case. I guess if I made a record that the mistake has happened, and then they do it like again and again and again, am I still at that point going to do anything? I don't know. Decisions. All right. I was working on. I thought that got uploaded to stock. Let me. Okay, yeah, it's gone. All right. New parts going to here. Okay. This is the new parts file. After I add this, I'm going to call it a day here in the shop. Oh, I got to do all that mail at 9 o'clock. Mail does out. The post office isn't open until 9. Not sure if I should load it up into my truck and then take it with me or come back because I am coming back into this town where my shop is later today for a birthday party. But that's not till like 12. And I don't want to stay here for another 2 hours waiting for them to open. Okay. It's processed. This one. I don't always, I catch a lot of mistakes here that nobody knows about and I don't tell anybody about. But when they find my mistakes, I'm definitely told about it. But I don't always bring up their mistakes. I don't see any point. And we all make mistakes. We're all continually making mistakes. It's just part, and when you have a large, I account it to a large logistics business like this is not free of issues. It's just not possible to have this much logistics going on without some rate of error built in. And it's not a problem. Um, it's, I mean, it would be a problem if we didn't know what to do with the errors, but we have a response. We take care of our customers if we make a mistake. If we run into a missing part, we know how to try and find it and mitigate the situation. When you're doing this much logistics, it's just comes with it. And when you're moving at the speed that we're moving, because we're not about rocket science level precision, we're about speed. And so when you have issues, it's not time to panic. It's just deal with the situation, keep moving, because the business itself has a flow of revenue and sales that are happening. Don't let the 1 or 2% errors prevent you from celebrating the 99 or 98% of victory. So, okay, so those are all added. I was under the belief that there was another one sitting here. I have a little bit more time. Maybe do a little cataloging. You guys can watch me do cataloging. I kind of don't want to do it on this workstation, but I've already cornered myself here because I've set up the POV and the thing here. Oh, there's some stuff right behind me here. Let's do this. This is so random. These parts are just so very random. Wonder why this is like this. I don't think that this is this. No, this is not right. There's something's not right about this. Based on what I saw over there, it's like this is the unfinished work. Oh, I could do these. This is part of my plate project from the last slide. Let's do this. Let's get this into the store. Are all these going to the same location? Except for this one. These can all go in the same location. So let's do this. These are 8x8s. Oh, the 8x8 part number. Okay, so it's 41539. Go to Bricker, 41539. What is this? Bright light blue. There currently is no bright light blue in the store. Well, then it means I have to create one. Is it added? Do I have a file open? Okay. Oh, there it is. Okay, so now that we're creating a file, well, actually, wait a minute. This is lavender. Do we have lavender? No, we don't have lavender in the store either. Is that doesn't, what is this? This is light, this is light violet. It doesn't seem like, yeah, this is light violet. I don't think, do we have any light violet? We do have light violet as a comparison in the store. Okay, so 13W6A. B13W6A. I wanted to say light B13W6A. 13W. All right. Yeah, there we go. See, light violet. So throw those two in there. Go increase the quantity count on that. All right, so delete 3, now 5. $1.42 for that part. Is that dark purple? I don't feel like dark purple. It feels like something else. What colors does this come into close to purple? Violet. It feels like this is violet, not dark purple. I'm gonna get, here's some dark purple over here. Yeah, that is not dark purple. This is violet. Do we have violet? And dark purple. Oh, here's purple. Let's go compare it to that purple one and see if somebody said that. 13W5B. I must have been in 13W last time I did the 8x8 plates. 13W5B. See, there's purple. That's not purple. This is light violet, right? I don't think I've ever seen that color. All right, so we got bright light blue and violet, dark gray and dark red. And then nougat, or medium nougat, 5. All right, so there's this. All right, so grab a scanner, go on a walkabout. Does it matter where? Find one partially empty, just looking around. Maybe there's something over here. No, no. Here's one. Okay. I like these scan guns because if it doesn't get it to the computer correctly, then I've got a backup right here. But it did put it in there, so we're good. So control save on that, just in case something happens. Chris at GBL, today's date. All right. That dark red one's pretty, looks like it's pretty rare. Yeah, when you get yourself into, well, when I get into these plate projects, I find the most obscure and just odd colors when you collect that many of them together. Okay, so that kind of completes the plate project. I think I'm going to call it a stream. So thanks for joining, and everybody have a good day.